Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Coffee Time, your Monday morning discussion video released in the evening because plotting. It's very conspiracy. Yes. Alright, before this video gets completely started on today's topic, can Blue Eyes become meta? And I'm not going to give an answer right away. I'm going to quickly do a little channel update. So if you're not into the channel update stuff, you just skip ahead. But it's classic Coffee Times how we do it. So let's go. February 25th. Super Council Gaming. It's our Nintendo branded video game channel that's launching. It's on our featured channels on the main channel. Council Gaming, Council Network, Pokemon Council, the Super Council Gaming, this, and the Vanguard Council, I guess, if my kid goes back to it, are our main bread and butter right now. There's a lot of projects underway for 2016 already, and anything I'm not doing that's, that I don't do now series-wise, you guys can easily just comment. I can make it happen. There's a lot of things I want to bring back up for 2016, redo them, remaster them if you would, and see how it goes. So you're going to get a lot of content over the next couple of months. But I'm pretty much going to add 2 more sticks to my computer, RAM sticks in, and just make it 8 gigs. This is 8 gigs. I'm going to make it 16 so it runs even faster so I get more stuff out to you guys. Anyway, more importantly, I think that's everything. Oh, Twitch. It's going to be a little wonky for the next 2 weeks, only because of the holiday season. My mother's birthday is the day before New Year's, and pretty much everything else is just like wonky, and like, I don't want to say Christmas I'm going to have an actual fucking day off from anything. I want to say there'll be a video or 2, but I'm not exactly sure. We'll see what happens. Anyway. Let's go to today's topic. Can Blue Eyes become meta? What do you guys instantly think of that? Like, seriously, look at all the new support Blue Eyes has. Every deck would kill for this amount of support that Blue Eyes has. That's good support, not shit support. That is good support. Because let's be honest with each other. Buster Blader was a cool idea, but a lot of lackluster shit. It still has a lot of issues. Red Eyes has major consistency issues, has some amazing power plays, but again, lacks the full-on power and consistency. Blue Eyes, draw power, consistency, search power. You have a fucking defensive wall of 3,000. Most decks cannot jump over that. That has protection. You have a dragon that can summon out Starter Spark that you could play Dragon's Bind with and lock your opponent into game. It's ridiculous when you sit down and you think about all this and you're like, holy shit, the deck's got anti-pendulum, the deck's got protection, it's a dragon deck, it's light so I could drop Honest out my ass, and there's still a few problems with the deck that even Ryu will tell you at the end of the day. When it comes down to it, in OCG it has much higher percentage rate of actually reaching meta. The way OCG seems to work when it comes to decks that work for them is people are interested in the decks to know tomorrow. Let me phrase it this way. When Black Wings were huge out there and when our lists were together, the main reason Black Wings were hit so hard was because OCG would not let go of the deck. It's the same thing with heroes. They constantly hit them till you can't really play them no more. And I don't want that for Blue Eyes in all honesty, but when it comes down to it, in TCG land, this is probably be the one time I'm saying thank God for separate lists. When it comes down to it, Blue Eyes is going to be fairly easy to stop. And you could probably sit there and say, well, what deck isn't easy to stop? But we still have to see in TCG land, because I'm going to separate these two real quick. In TCG land, if we're still going to have Performer Paladin Friend meta, Tier 0 status, if Mega Monarchs will run wild on you, there's still Magi Specters, there's still Magicians, there's still Cosmos, there's still Infernoids that Blue Eyes would have to deal with. And some of those matchups ain't the easiest matchups to deal with. Some of you probably going, but Ryu, Cosmos are not that hard to go against when you think about it. To a point, but let's be honest with one another. Let's be honest, if you don't have setup, and honestly, the deck looks to have 30,000 options, which is great and everything, but you can also have really fucking cloggy hands, because again, the one thing the deck truly could use is a level 1 draw power. Something like a discard a level 1 from your hand, and then draw 2, I don't know. The closest thing to that is Wonder Wand, but let's be honest with each other when we talk about it. Wonder Wand, you have to sack your monster, and yeah, we're going to get another normal summon out of it, but it's all this build up to the place. It's a very combo-oriented deck right now. And what decks don't really do well in the meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! Time after time is combo-oriented decks. The easier to play playstyle decks are usually the ones that top the most. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. In TCG land, I really can't see Blue Eyes becoming meta. Even with all of its amazing support, I really can't see it becoming meta because of the overlooming fact of three key features. One is not knowing the ban list situation of what we will have then. TCG players play very differently than OCG players. I could tell you that from experience. And the third and most important thing is we don't know how Cosmos will fare when Shining Victories comes around, ban list wise everything, against something like Blue Eyes. In OCG land, it's a completely different land. It's a completely different mindset. It's a completely different game. It's kind of like, if you ever heard the saying, the grass is greener on the other side, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like going in for Halo and getting Call of Duty, or going for Call of Duty and getting Star Wars Battlefront. They look sort of the same, but they're completely different. And don't leave spoilers for people who have yet to see the movie for Star Wars in the comments. Because I've seen that a lot on a lot of videos. Not here, but I'm just saying in general, so it's covered. When it comes down to it, though, Blue Eyes has everything it could ever really need for the future of the deck. If Konami was to hit one thing or another, I could still make the deck work in my fucking sleep. The one thing that honestly would push the deck further is probably that level 1 draw power. The closest thing we're going to get to is Trade-In, Melody, Wonder Wand, which, don't get me wrong, these are all amazing draw power cards, you know? Don't get me wrong, and search power cards. These are all fucking amazing. Hell, even the field, when the field dies, you get a fucking burst stream of destruction, which is actually pretty damn good tech. I'll be the guy to tell you, it's pretty good damn tech. But when it comes to it, I can't fully test everything with Blue Eyes right now because Dev Pro is down. Fuck you, Dev Pro. Please fix your shit. Not to sound so salty, but it's true. When it comes down to it, though, I look at the deck, and you guys know more than anyone, that thing's got a special place in my fucking heart. Because when we talk about, you know, channel growth and everything, and trying to get out there and, you know, make the channel what it is day after day, night after night, proving ourselves again and again that we are one of the best. I'm not calling ourselves the best, but we are one of the best out there what we do. We are so diversified in content, and that's what we're trying to prove. And for 9 straight months, we went day after day. But then Blue Eyes came along, and that broke us, and we went flying. So it's always, at least for this channel, it will always hold a special place. And Blue Eyes is iconic. So when you think about the 2 most iconic monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh!, and this would be my perfect format, I'm going to say it now, and Konami should never hit either one of these decks, it's Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. Can you take a minute, imagine that. Blue Eyes and Dark Magician are meta. Shadow imprisoning, light imprisoning. GG, boys. Here comes Cosmos. Get wrecked. 420 no scope. Boom, bitch. In your face. You could also play like Anti-Spell Fragrance against Blue Eyes, and it slows it the fuck down. You can play Armades and shit all over Maiden. Oh, and about the fucking Ajais? I got you. Moon Mirror Shield. Boom! When it comes down to it, I don't like talking about killing my own deck, but it's true, you know? It's absolutely true. The deck's not going to be tier 0, and the deck's, you know, like other meta decks, is going to be easy to stop. When it comes down to it, you have to look at what's out there. Notice is going to be at 3. Warning's going to be at 1. Bottomless is going to thing. Torrential's a thing. And you could say with Ajais, you have the Torrential Tribute, you know, you're protected. Okay. But when Ajais goes for effect to get Blue Eyes, that's a totally different ballgame. When you drop that level 1, that's a totally different ballgame. You're not in the same situation. And you're vulnerable. You don't have that constant 24/7 protection. Monarchs have that one spell card that, as long as it's face up, our tribute monsters can't touch us. There's going to be like a meme fucking going around with that shit now. But when it comes down to it, it's just the truth. OCG, Blue Eyes can be meta. TCG, I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. It's not me being biased. It's if I was being biased, I would tell you Chaos Dragons, Black Wings, Infernity, and Blue Eyes, and Dark Magician would be the next meta. That would be absolute fucking bias out of the ass. And one of those fucking 5 decks right there are completely like shot to hell. And you could still get it to work, but it's shot to hell compared to its former glory. Infinities. So there's no level of biasness behind the words I'm trying to say here. When it comes down to it, I really don't see it being meta, but I hope it, I hope it's up there where it's a good rogue factor. That's my one hope for Blue Eyes. I'm just my 2 cents. You guys let me know your 2 cents. And do you think Blue Eyes can be meta? And I'll see you tomorrow for Tech Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out for now. Peace. Bye-bye. Make sure to subscribe for more if you haven't already.